Hello, I'm David.
Hi, I'm Julie.
Now we're going to do a review of Loose Caboose, the off-the-rails card game, which is for 2 to 4 players. It takes about 20 minutes. It's ages 6 and up. Now, this is by gamewright, and we've been playing gamewright games since our boys were very young, so for over 20 years. So this is a push your luck, trying to score the least amount of points game. So first we're going to give a brief overview of how the game plays, and then we're going to give her a rating, and then we're going to give our reasons for our rating. So when you set it up, you're going to reveal 3 cards and put the caboose in the middle. You'll have a deck of cards that you'll draw from here. The game will end when the last card is drawn. In a 2-player game, you will remove 13 cards. And there's a chart in the book that tells you how many to remove for 3 or 4 players. Each player takes 2 cards to begin with. And you'll see that there is 4 of these in the deck, and you don't know how many will be in the deck because some will be removed. And when the caboose passes this or lands on it, that means you will take a card from the back of the rail line and flip it down, and you will not be able to eliminate this card. You will have to bank it, and it will be worth this many points. So if you have cards in your score pile, there'd be 4, 3, 2, or 1. This is the worst one you can put in there because it's worth 4 points, and you don't want points. So at the beginning, you'll start with 2 cards. At the beginning of your turn, you'll draw a card, and then you're either going to decide to pass or play a card from your hand. And you can play cards in your hand. Let's say I drew a 3 in sequence. So I can play as many 3s in my hand as I have. But that's going to determine how many dice I roll. So let's say I did draw a 3, and I add to the track as such. You cannot overlap it, and you cannot do a complete circle. So when you are building the track, you can't have a complete circle like that.
A loop.
A loop. Yes. So because I played a 3, I'm going to roll 3 dice. And you're trying to avoid rolling these wheels. There was 2 blanks on each die, a 2 wheel and 3 1 wheels. Because I played a 3, doesn't matter how many 3s I played, the more 3s I play, the better. Because I don't want the caboose to go off the track. I will roll 3 dice, so here I go. And I did well. I only rolled 1 wheel.
Lucky.
So it would go 1 space. Let's say I rolled something like this. I rolled very unlucky. I go 1, 2, so I used that die, and I used this die. I went another space. Now, I'm going off the track's 2 wheels, which means now I have to take cards from the back of the line. I take the 1, then I take the 4. So now I have 5 points in my pile, and I don't want those points. I say the situation was like this, though, where I don't remember how it was.
I don't know.
Let's say there was two 1s back here. Okay, and I rolled that. So I take 2 cards from the back of the line. Now this is a good thing, because I first take the first card, and I take the next card. And whenever you make pairs, you eliminate them. So that's part of the strategy. Is you look at what rails are on the back of the line, and sometimes it's okay to bust, so to speak, because then if you can make pairs, let's say I only busted 1, and I already had a 1 in my pile, well, I'm okay with taking that. Now I got rid of them. Now, let's say there was 3 1s in the back of the line. You don't get rid of 3 cards. You only get rid of pairs. So just because if I would have taken 2 cards, I get rid of that pair, and then I take the next one, I still have 1 point. Now if you pass, let's say the situation was like this. I don't remember what card it was.
Doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I decide, and I take that 3, right? I got that 3. And I go, oh, you know what? I'm going to pass. I don't want to play a card. Well, I move the caboose 1 space, whether it can move 1 space or not. I try to move it 1 space, and then I take the card at the back of the line. Sometimes you do that on purpose, just to say I had a 1, and like, yeah, I do want to pass. That way I can get rid of these pairs. So you keep on playing until the deck is out, and then any cards you had left in your hand, you add. So let's say there's a situation like that. Let's say I had a card that was banked, and Julie had this, and she had. So we compare our scores. I reveal the bank card. I had 1, 2, 3, 6, 8, and Julie, well, we had 9, and so the person with the least points wins. What is the tie-breaking rules? Does it have a tie-breaking rules? In the case of a tie, the tied player with the fewest penalty cards wins. In other words,
The bank.
the banked cards. Julie,
I had one.
you had one. We both had one. And say if you tied again, if there's still a tie, all players share the victory.
Aww.
So
Very nice.
let's go over now our rating.
Okay.
So we both said 7. Usually willing to play. So this is going to stay in our collection.
Yep.
We do like push your luck games, light push your luck games. So let's talk about now why.
Okay,
we
you
give it a
first.
7. So for me, it's a light push your luck, score the least points game. It has quality components. Gamewright is consistently doing that. When you get a Gamewright game, you should be confident that you're going to have nice wood pieces. Now these dice are etched, but I noticed some of the ink isn't as strong on one of them. It's not as strong, but you know what? They are etched.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a good thing. And then they always do a good job with linen, is it called linen cards? It's just foil stamping on, but they're gonna hold up to frequent play. It plays quickly with fun surprises. So what I mean by that is that you don't. Sometimes you're going to push your luck and you're going to play a 4, okay? And the caboose is right here. I'm going to roll all 4 dice. Okay, well, let's say I rolled something like this. I only went 1 space and I get rid of my 4. So that's fun. And then sometimes you'll take cards from the back of the line and you'll be able to get rid of cards. That's fun when you can do that. Some player interaction. So sometimes you're going to pass on purpose just so you can make the other player play cards and maybe free up stuff on the back of the line. Now the neutral is just the dice roll and card draw screwage, for lack of a better word. Sometimes you're going to roll bad and you're going to draw bad cards.
Yep.
And that's okay. It's a push your luck game. This is not supposed to be a highly strategic game.
Nope.
And there's little to no luck mitigation, which means if you roll bad, you're not going to be able to change the outcome of it. Or if you draw bad, it's all right. It's a light game.
Yep.
That's why I'm neutral on it. I know going to this game, that's the situation. It has math discovery, meaning that there is math connections in this game of addition and making sequences and logic. And it's a more authentic math experience. We reviewed, for instance, Pit Formula, where you're using equations, multiplication, addition, and you're purposely picking numbers to match those equations. This is more didactic, more of a math skill practice. This, you're practicing math, and the kids really, any children that you're playing with,
Don't realize it.
won't realize it. Whereas when you're playing Pit Formula, you know you're practicing your skills. Here you're practicing your skills, you're not really quite aware of it.
Right.
And so that's why it's more authentic.
Yeah.
So that's a positive thing. All right, so say what you had to say.
Well, kind of agree to everything that David said. It's a quick push your luck race game. I think the caboose is so cute. It's really fun to play with. It's a fun filler game, and the components are really good quality. So that's all I had to say.
Yeah, we're big fans of Gamewright.
We are very big fans of
This is,
Gamewright.
I think, one of their out of their more recent releases.
Oh, okay.
This one we would recommend over other games that we've gotten. For instance, Artichoke we've played recently. That game's okay, but we haven't played it. We haven't played it since.
Yeah.
Not that the game's not bad. It's just that we really like push your luck games. So.
We do. Yeah, this is a really fun one. This is something we're going to have to share with our family. I think our boys and our future daughter-in-law will like this one.
At some point we'll do our top 10 Gamewright games, because I think we own like 30 of their games.
Yeah,
probably.
we could do it.
All right, well, thanks for watching, and please check out the How to Play and Playthrough.
Thanks so much, you guys, and we'll see you in the next video.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.